Hi friends, let's draw our outer space pictures. Here's my finished one. Let's see how I created this. Grab your white piece of paper. Make sure your paper is horizontal, that means long from left to right. Grab a black marker or a pencil to draw with. I'm going to use a black marker. And we're going to start by drawing 4 planets and the sun. Now the first thing we're going to do is draw the sun all the way to the left side of our paper. We're going to draw a really, really big curve off the side of our paper. Go to your top left corner, start to draw a curve, and curve it all the way to the bottom right corner. I'm going to do a little bit faster so it's nice and smooth. So that's the sun. It's so big that we can only see part of it. Imagine it's going off of our paper over here. Okay, let's draw a couple planets. You can put your planets anywhere you like. You can put them in a row like this, or you can put them all over your paper like this. So I'm going to draw them just all over. Okay, I'm going to draw 1, 2, and feel free to make them different sizes. 3, 4. This one's going to go off the paper a little bit. All right, that looks great. All right, everyone. So now that we have our 4 planets and our sun, we're going to use what we learned about shadows and shading to make these look not like flat circles, but more like forms. So grab your oil pastels, and we're going to try and color our planets first and then add the shadows and the highlights. So I'm going to start with this planet here, and I'm going to make this planet a red, orange, yellow planet. I'm going to mix those colors. So I'm actually going to start with yellow, and I'm going to put my yellow in like a little circle spot towards the left side. Then I'll take my orange, and I'm going to blend my orange around my yellow, fill more of this circle, and then add my red. Now remember, your oil pastels will blend really nicely together if you press them and layer them on each other. Press really hard, and they'll blend really nicely. I'm just going to smooth mine out with my iPad. All right, that looks great. It kind of looks all three-dimensional already because we blended the light colors into the dark colors. And we're kind of imagining that the sun right here is shining onto each of these planets. And that's why we made that little bright yellow spot there. But now it's time to make the shadow. So grab your black oil pastel. We are going to color just the right side, halfway around this circle to make it look more three-dimensional. So just a little bit. It's almost like a backwards C, just halfway. We don't want to go all the way. And of course you could take your red and you could go back over your red and black to smooth them out together so the shadow looks like it's fading a little bit more. Ooh, that looks great. That's looking very three-dimensional already. I love it. Let's try another one. This one's going to be more cool colors. Let's do a blue, green, and purple. Actually, let's do a light blue, blue, and purple planet. So I'm going to start with my light blue. Just like I did with the yellow there, a nice bright light blue spot. Then we'll use more of like a dark blue. And then a nice dark purple. Oops. There we go. You can keep layering your colors again to kind of blend them and smooth them out together. Take your light blue and blend it into the dark blue. Take your dark blue and blend it into the purple. And smooth those oil pastels out. Great. All right. Looks 3D, but let's add that shadow. Just around one side. Remember, almost like a backwards C. Nice. I'm going to take my purple and I'm going to smooth it into the black a little bit more so they kind of blend together a little bit. That looks great. Wow, we have two very three-dimensional looking planets. They look like little balls in the sky. Nice. Let's do another planet. This one, maybe I'll do some funky colors. I'm going to do orange, pink, and red. I'm going to start with my bright orange right here. Moving to my pinky color right here. And my red. And now you don't have to do the same colors as me. Just make sure, if you're going to blend colors together that are right next to each other on the color wheel. Not opposite colors like blue and orange or red and green or purple and yellow. You want to do colors that are right next door to each other. That's why I did the orange and the red and the pink. Look at, they're right next door to each other. All right, I'll fill in the rest of this with the red. And I'm going to go back over my colors to blend them a little bit. Take my orange and blend it into the pink. Take my pink and blend it into the red. Plus really hard with your oil pastels. And then let's make that shadow. Just on the right hand side here. Take my red and blend it into my black to make kind of like a darkish red. Awesome, that looks really good. All right, this last planet, you can choose your colors. I think I'll do yellow into green into blue. I like those colors next to each other. Colors that are next door on the color wheel are called analogous colors. We're going to use analogous colors a lot in art because they look so good together. They just blend so nicely. Ooh, this kind of looks like the planet Earth. Blend, blend, blend. I'm going to put a little bit more yellow because I want that to be a little bit brighter. And then my shadow. You know what? I don't know if I can put a shadow on this one because it's going off my paper. I might not even see the shadow. Maybe I'll put just a tiny shadow right here and right around here in the corner there. That looks good. Awesome. This looks really great, boys and girls. I finished my planets. Let's do the sun. The sun we know is very hot, so I'm going to use lots of yellows and oranges. And I'm just going to fill this in with yellow and add a little bit of orange. All right, friends, we made some really three-dimensional looking forms here. So I think the last thing to do would maybe just be to use your oil pastels to color in the background. One helpful thing that you could do is take the paper off your black oil pastel and use the side of your oil pastel, not the tippy top. That can help you color in a really big area nice and fast. And it does not have to be super dark. It can be a little grayish. It's okay if you see some white spaces around in the background. And I'm just going to carefully go around each of my planets. And remember, I'm using my iPad, so it's not going to take me as long, but take your time. Try and fill in your black color as best as you can. Try not to color over your planets. Go really slow when you're going around them and you're outlining them. Awesome, this looks great. I think if I want to add any other details, I definitely can do that. And if you want to add some details around in your background, you can do that as well. You could take your white oil pastel and you can add a couple little stars. I'm going to change my... There, just little dots. You could maybe even take your white oil pastel and do a more blotchy area like this. Let me grab a new... let me see. Maybe I'll try this. Oh yeah, a blotchy area can kind of look like a big clump of stars. This is called a galaxy. You could even draw a shooting star. Anything that you want to add to your background is up to you. I have some cool brushes here in my iPad program that I'm going to add some stars with. Like this one. Wait, like that. Cool. All right, friends. I think I'm about done with my art. after I add some of these stars and these galaxies, clumps of stars, little dots, shooting stars. And when I'm finished, I'm going to add my art to Seesaw. Don't forget about adding your art to Seesaw. And let's see, one last thing. Oh, I know what I was going to add. Sometimes you might see a little glow around pictures of planets. And I think I might add that to some of my planets here, a little glowy area. Oops, that's a little bit too much. Yeah, I really like that. So if you want to add a little bit of white or yellow around the sides of your planets, that can help show that they're really bright and they're glowing. Just around the side where we put the yellow. Nice, I like that. Very cool. All right, friends, I'm going to go post my art. I cannot wait to see yours as well. I hope you had fun today.